These days, there's an app for just about anything. You can order a car, borrow someone's house, and now you can rent someone's pool? Yes, this is a real thing. It's called Swimply, and it lets you basically rent somebody's backyard by the hour. Although this seems like a pretty new app, I've heard it's been around for about a year, and it looked like there was at least 100-ish pools in the LA area. So this is obviously a great idea for pool owners because after the novelty of having a pool wears off, most pool owners don't use their pool that often actually. This article we can see you can make quite a bit renting out your pool. The founder of Swimply says he rented out his pool and made $25,000, which I almost don't believe, and another couple made $7,000. So seems pretty great for homeowners, but I wanted to see what it was like as a customer. But before we get into it, I wanted to thank the sponsor of this video, Green Chef. So this video is sponsored by Green Chef, which is a meal kit that has meals for a variety of lifestyles like vegetarian, vegan, paleo, and keto. So I'm gonna make one right now. It's a sriracha tofu bowl. It looks so good, and it's only gonna take 25 minutes to make. Green Chef lets you choose from a wide array of easy to follow lifestyles with select organic ingredients. And Green Chef is a USDA certified organic company. The nice thing about Green Chef is it does the meal planning, grocery shopping, and most of the prep for you. So with Green Chef, it's easy to eat well and discover new recipes every week that you'll love to cook. Even as someone who doesn't cook a ton, I find them easy enough to follow and actually pretty fun to make. Here is my beautiful meal. Green Chef has 9 delicious recipes you could choose from within each meal plan. So whether you're doing vegetarian or vegan, you'll have plenty of options. Like I said, I don't really cook that much, but I was able to whip this together in like 25 minutes and it tastes really good. Green Chef just makes it really easy. Like I hardly ever cook, but I find it fun to do these because they do all the prep work, all the stuff that I don't really like doing, and you just get to make it and of course, enjoy it. So you guys can go to greenchef.us/ShelbyChurch100 and use code ShelbyChurch100 to get $100 off, including free shipping on your first box. So go check it out if you want to make this or other delicious meals. And now on to the pools. Okay, so let's find a pool to rent. There's actually a lot of pools on here. I thought this was a really new thing and there would just be a couple pools, but there are a ton to choose from, at least in LA. So I like this one. I really like the pool diving board. That looks so fun. Interesting how this one actually looks like an apartment complex pool with a really cool view. This one does look really cool. Like I would consider renting that because you don't feel like you're in someone's backyard. Some of them are a little more basic looking, like you're in a backyard that would be just in a suburb, but some of them look very high end and nice, and they kind of have everything on here, similar to Airbnb. And then there are some really funky ones, like this one is a moat into some sort of castle thing, but you can rent the pool in it. I don't know. Seems really interesting. This one caught my eye because it has a pool, a hot tub, and a diving board. I really thought there would be no reviews, but look at this. There's already 38 reviews. Like 38 people have already rented this pool, and they don't look fake, they look real. I'm gonna go ahead and try and book this one. I think this one looks really good. Okay, so I just got to the pool and it is beautiful, honestly better than the photos. I might take some photos for him, like update his profile, because this is a really pretty pool. Our host was so nice, and the hot tub is already on. They've got some pool floats and stuff. And yeah, I mean, I don't feel weird being here. Like there's a bathroom. So as you can see, this particular pool was actually pretty far away from the house, and there were a bunch of plants, so it didn't feel like you're right in someone's backyard. It actually felt pretty far away and pretty private. Like it didn't feel like the owner was watching us or something like that. And the host was really nice and friendly and made us feel very welcome, like this wasn't a weird thing at all. One thing I really like about this one is that it has a lot of shade. It's really perfect when you're in the shade. There's a good mix of shade and sun here. I think having some shady areas is important because, you know, or at least umbrellas if you don't have a lot of shade, because after a while, like the sun beating down on you is kind of intense. So this one, amazing job at that. I really like the water feature they have. Like Just the sound of this water is just really like peaceful and relaxing. Most of these I'm pretty sure are like a BYO towel situation. So that's a good thing to note. The pool was a good size and it had a good amount of shaded and sunny parts, and it was pretty deep, like 9 feet, I believe, because it did have a diving board. It was heated, which is great because not every pool on this app is heated, but you definitely want to check for that, because a pool that's not heated is going to be like very cold. I really liked the tile, and just overall it was a beautiful space, like so lush, these tall trees everywhere, so you felt like you were in an oasis. And there were some random pool noodles and a like beach volleyball thing, so I'm sure every pool is kind of different in this way of what kind of amenities they have. But basically all of them seemed like they at least had, you know, a sitting area. One thing you might be wondering about is the bathroom situation. And it's different for all of them. Some of them don't offer a bathroom at all, which I feel like is kind of a horrible idea. But this one did. At the side of the house, you could have access to just this bathroom, which I feel like is a good idea if you're renting out your pool. And he said we could also use this whole yard area, which we didn't, but that was a cool option. So one good thing about Swimply is you can bring your own food and drinks. That can be good or bad depending on how you think about it. Obviously, it's nice to get to a hotel like Resort Pass and order stuff, but it's also like 3 times more expensive. So, and a lot of hotels, you know, you're not supposed to bring your own stuff, but here you can totally do that, so I did. Obviously, it was nice to have the hot tub to yourself at a hotel like Resort Pass. You know, the pool and the hot tub were usually pretty busy. So at least with doing Swimply, you know that you and your group will have the whole thing to yourself. That is really nice. I really like with this app that you can check filters like diving board, hot tub. This is a really pretty pool. It's a cute area. It's lush. I think it would be cool to have like a Bluetooth speaker, play some music. Yeah, this pool was fantastic. No complaints here. I think the only con is that since you're renting by the hour, you're really thinking about how much time you have left. And also, it's just not the most economical choice of going to a pool. It's pretty expensive to do this Swimply thing. I think the only bad thing about this is probably the price. It's definitely more expensive than Resort Pass. Like 1 hour of this would get you a whole day at one of the nicer hotel pools in LA. So the total for this pool for only 2 hours ended up being $165. I feel like 2 hours is not really enough time though. If you do this, you're probably gonna want to do like 4. 4 hours is solid. That's like a good chunk of afternoon. So that's what I would recommend. I figure every pool on here must be such a different experience. So I tried another one to see what it was like. Okay, so I'm at the next pool, and this one's a little different because I don't think anyone's actually even at the house. There's just a lockbox to enter from the side, and then you unlock it and go into this backyard, which is amazing. This house might have actually been for sale or something because they had the MLS photos on here and there was no furniture in the house. So it was kind of weird, but it was very private. So this is a look at the yard. It was bigger, more open, less shade, but still super private. It was deep into the hills, like 20 minutes away from everything. And it had a ton of plants, so you couldn't really see the neighbors' houses and they couldn't see you. It felt brand new. There was more than just a pool. It had a sitting area, a trampoline, a basketball court, a little pool house with a bathroom. Like, they really had it set up, but there was no furniture in the actual house. It's like nobody is watching us, so it doesn't feel weird like we're in someone's backyard. I fully expected it to be like that. This one is a little more expensive at $85 an hour, but you really get a lot with it, like way more than just a pool, so I feel like that price is pretty fair. Okay, so slightly awkward. The pool guy came by. He didn't know that there was a Swimply booking, I'm assuming, to put chemicals in the pool. But he was like, oh, I'll come back tomorrow. So it was totally fine, but that's something that you might run into. It was kind of hard, honestly, to schedule with some of the Swimply people. I would book it and they'd be like, oh, sorry, actually my gardener's coming that day. It's a new app. Things like that are gonna happen. Let's go see if the hot tub's warm. Okay, and, oh, nope. The hot tub, not warm. Whoa, and kind of deep, deeper than I thought. The other place they did have theirs warm. I guess probably good to double check with the booking, but I kind of assumed since there was a hot tub that it would be warm. The hot tub feels a little bit warmer than the pool, but it definitely doesn't feel like a hot tub. But it's pretty. It's so nice over here. I like how at Swimply you can bring your own food. You can't do that with the Resort Pass, but overall Swimply is more expensive because you're renting by the hour and not for the day. So it probably evens out if you did Resort Pass and just bought food there. So this one was really cool. I really liked it. I noticed it's actually not on Swimply anymore, so maybe the house sold. I don't know. Kind of a weird situation with this one, but it was a fun time. Okay, so after going to the pools, is it worth it? I gotta be honest and say it's not worth the price. Like, I had a fun time, I thought it was fun, but some of these being $100 an hour, that's like $500 for the day. I mean, that is pretty expensive. Something like Resort Pass is gonna be a lot less expensive. However, I think if you are hosting some kind of gathering, a party, an event, whatever it is, then this is actually a really good option. The only issue here is that almost every single pool only allows 5 guests, and then for each additional one, you have to pay an extra $10 per hour. So it would be even more expensive if you wanted to host a bunch of people. I feel like it is more worth it if you're just having a gathering like that. If it's just you and a few friends wanting to have a pool day, you're kind of better off doing Resort Pass, honestly. So while I do think the cost is pretty high, you have to remember the costs to have a pool just are high. Like, the cost to heat a pool, it can be like $80 a day. Pool maintenance is $100 or $200 a month. So it's fair. It makes sense that the prices are what they are. I think if you have a pool, you could make some nice passive income this way. The owner of the Beverly Hills pool told us he had someone coming after us and he had like 40 bookings that month. So I think if you have a nice pool, you could definitely make like thousands of dollars a month if you're willing to deal with the check-in and check-out process. Okay, so that is my experience trying out Swimply. I think it does sound, you know, kind of weird, like using a stranger's pool, but didn't we all think the same thing about Airbnb and Uber at first? Like, we were like, getting in some random person's car? Never. And now I do it like every day. So yeah, I had fun. I enjoyed it. I thought it was cool, but I probably wouldn't do it again unless I was hosting some kind of event and I really wanted a pool. Hope that you guys enjoyed watching, and I'll put the link for the app down below. I think you get $5 off. There's like a code, a referral code, so I'll put it if you guys want to try it. And that is going to be it for this video. I will see you in my next video.